21 high school recruits that going to come a part of our family now. We're extremely excited about that. We have several players, 5 players from the state of Ohio. I think obviously we want to start right here in the city of Cincinnati and work within that 3 to 4 hour radius all the way up through our state. We're really proud of this state of how good the high school football is and how great the high school coaches do. They do an absolute great job, some of the best in the country in recruiting or in coaching their players in high school and developing them. When they get to college, they're ready to go. They've been coached hard, and you like what you're going to get when they come to your program. 10 of them are coming early. So we'll have 10 guys in January that will be early enrollees, which is almost half your class, which is really, really great. We also, at this point in time, we've announced some these transfers that will be here as well. I think right now we're sitting at 8. That'll be here early is also, and that we're not done with that either. When it opens back up in January 3rd, I believe we'll be able to host some more to try to get some more in here before the semester starts in January. So we'll continue to work on that throughout Christmas to get more guys in here. A lot of these guys were captains of their team. Those are the kind of players we're looking to find. Leadership, character, all those type things. You want to surround everybody in that locker room with our locker room with those type people. He could run, he could throw, he hit the ball. Really, what sold us in camp was the ball jumped off his hand, and I think and just really tracking him. And Coach Thomas went and watched him play in the playoffs over the last couple of weeks. They ended up winning a state championship, and I think in the state championship game, he was 14 for 17, a couple touchdowns, and then rushed for 125, a few more touchdowns. So he's that kind of dual threat that we like. Marquez Parker is a guy who we think's got great size and quick twitch. I think he came to camp for us last year and really put on a show, and got coached hard by Coach Stu, and then but at that size, being able to move like he does, we're excited about getting him. We certainly use those guys that guys have played here, that had great careers here, that have gone on to be some of the top DBs in the National Football League, and and then Coach Combs has been a guy who's coached first rounders. He's coached in the NFL. He's seen what it takes to get those guys to that next level. Did a great job recruiting these guys, and these guys, they have a lot of promise. Obviously we wouldn't have signed them if they didn't. Now it's up to us, them and us, when we get here to continue to develop them. They do have the traits that we feel like it takes to be a very successful defensive back. But now at this point, listen, how much stronger can you get and faster can you get with the size that you have to be able to come in here and have a huge impact in the defensive back room. We like the fact that he's a big player. He's 6'3", 230, brings great size. So in the pocket, guys that are trying to push the pocket or even maybe getting a hand on it, he's not easily swayed in the pocket. He's going to be able to stand strong in that pocket and still make those throws that you have to make down the field. And sometimes you're getting hit, and he showed that on film. He also, at that size, he also showed the ability to get out of trouble and also to run the football. And if you go back and watch Evans' high school stuff, is tremendous. He's one of the best backs in the country coming out. So I think he'll be a great addition, to go along with Corey. Corey's that bruiser. He's going to get you tough yards and really, grind out those first downs. And I think he's another guy. Evans is a guy who can catch the ball in the backfield really, really well. But also gives you a little bit more shiftiness. And so, to me, they're a great 1-2 punch. And so he'll certainly be a guy that will anticipate getting right in the mix. Kai Stokes is a guy who's an exceptional athlete. We're excited about him. Certainly we need help in the secondary. And that's one of the reasons why he wanted to come be a part of this is because he's got opportunity. Opportunity to come and have great significance right from the start. He's a great leader in his high school and went to an outstanding high school, very competitive school there. He is one of the guys in the backfield that can make all the calls. He can direct people. Very smart football player. Has good size, not as much length maybe as some of these other DBs that we have, but he brings a very physical presence, and he'll stick his head in there and make some great tackles. But I love his leadership, and I love his the way he handles himself on a daily basis. And I think certainly he'll be that guy that can stop the run, but also defend the pass at that star position. The physical, they bring it. Simeon, there's some hits on there. He's taking heads off, man. Some of it looks illegal. He's hitting them so hard. I saw helmets flying and stuff. But I'm gonna tell you about him. He's you would never know that if you walked in the room. He's got one of the greatest smiles you'll see. He's like a teddy bear, just hanging out. But then something switches when he puts the pads on and goes on the field and just starts hitting people. They sign off. I mean, we're not taking any of these guys unless they say yes, they're one of us. And so that just tells you how much they're involved in this football team and how much they care.